Let's talk some Auburn in the transfer portal because the Tigers are on an absolute heater and there could be even more to come. 8 additions already in the portal, but a big one still hanging out there. And I got Jeffrey Lee from Auburn Live on this video, and we're going to find out if the number one wide receiver in the portal is going to be a Tiger. But first, Auburn fans, do me a favor, jump on board, hit subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. All right, let's bring in Jeffrey Lee, Auburn Live. Jeff, what are we hearing on Georgia Tech wide receiver transfer, Eric Singleton Jr., number one wide receiver in the portal right now, coming off trips to Auburn, Miami, Texas, Ole Miss. What's the latest on his decision?
Josh, I think we're getting to the backstretch in his recruitment. I really feel like he is closing on a decision. Some sources I've talked to think maybe Thursday would be a target date to keep an eye on as far as making a decision. We'll see. With the portal, it changes by the hour, but I think it's definitely going to happen sooner than later. And everybody that I've talked to expect a decision by the end of this week.
All right, Jeff, I've been hearing some good things about Auburn. Where do you think they stand right now in this one?
I've got them probably the team to beat. I really feel that way, Josh. I know there's some buzz around Ole Miss and some other schools, but I think Auburn, there's some quiet confidence at Auburn. They're cautiously optimistic with this kid. I think the relationships with, Marcus Davis, with Kenyatta Watson, with the being able to sell the Keandre Lambert-Smith role. They brought him in for 1 year last year or this past fall, and he 900 and something yards of receiving. So they've got a lot going for him right now. I also don't think NIL is going to be a problem. We've seen reports of his NIL demands or asks.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's going to be a problem for Auburn.
Yeah, it might be a problem for other schools, but not for Auburn.
Right.
Now, Auburn took 2 quarterback commitments already in Jackson Arnold, Ashton Daniels. Who do you think is expected to earn that starting job next year? Is there anybody right now that you would give the edge over the other?
Yeah, I think they're bringing in Jackson Arnold to be the guy. I really do. Now, I obviously don't think they're guaranteeing him anything. I think they expect him to be the starter, and it's his job to lose. But right. I don't think he can go out in the spring and throw a bunch of picks and expect to start if someone else is not. But the thing that with the quarterbacks, Josh, is that Ashton Daniels is, he's coming into Auburn, but he will not be here until the summer. So you're talking about right now going through the spring with Jackson Arnold and Deuce Knight on the only 2 scholarship quarterbacks on the roster. So still some work to be done at quarterback. Hugh Freeze has said he wants 4 quarterbacks on scholarship. They've got 3. So there's a hole still left to fill. I don't think they're going to be pressed and act in haste to get that whole that spot filled, but they're still wanting to get filled, and they'll do so before that probably the summer.
Yeah, and with Ashton coming in the summer, that's going to be hundreds and hundreds of reps that Jackson Arnold's going to get in the spring that nobody else will get. So, yeah, you're right there. So we'll keep an eye on also a potential third. Now, outside of the quarterback position, what do you think the biggest remaining needs are in the portal for Auburn?
I think defensive line. I think Auburn needs a defensive lineman or 2. I think they need an edge. I think they need They need 2 tight ends, to be honest with you. So I think on offense, it's tight ends. They would like to add an interior guy, Josh Thompson, a Wendell Moe. I think Wendell Moe is trending to Tennessee as of what's today? I don't even know what today is. Tuesday afternoon. But I think the defensive side of the ball is going to be the focus mainly moving forward with defensive line, edge. Need another linebacker. Xavier Atkins from LSU is on campus now, so he'll be one to watch. And, of course, wide receiver, we talked about Eric Singleton. C.J. Daniels is another guy. Horatio Fields from Wake Forest is on campus now.
All right, Auburn fans, we could be 48 hours away from the number one wide receiver in the portal making their decision. How are you guys feeling about this one? Let us know. Comment section below.